Integrating Mobile Observations, or IMO, is a technology-based approach to weather-savvy roads. The program collects data about weather and road conditions from ancillary sensors installed on government vehicles, such as snowplows.
IMO allows you to collect data that you wouldn't normally collect. For instance, IMO allows you to collect like windshield wiper status, anti-lock brakes, traction control, and other atmospheric condition state around the vehicle that you normally wouldn't collect.
The weather can change within half a mile, depending on if you're going up a mountain or maybe you're crossing a river and there's some river effect snow coming along and there's suddenly a whiteout on a bridge that you weren't expecting. So being able to use the IMO technologies to see those micro-scale changes along the roadway and then being able to get that out to the traveling public is very important.
Weather has a huge impact on our nation's roadways. About 6,000 lives are lost each year under adverse weather conditions, and almost 25% of all crashes occur under adverse weather conditions.
Weather radar doesn't always cover where we wish it covered, especially out west, especially in high terrain where the radar can be blocked. So being able to get information like an air temperature or especially the wiper status is a major proxy for precipitation, which really contributes to a lot of the weather hazards along the road. 3/4 of the weather-related crashes happen on wet pavement, not on slick or icy pavement.
Being a pretty geographically diverse state, we see a wide range of different conditions across the state depending on what's going on with our weather. Dealing with our valleys and our canyons and all the way up to our mountain routes, we see significant differences in our weather conditions that are constantly changing.
National Weather Service NOAA weather radar is actually rather limited in a state like Utah, so we're very rural. We're looking for any information that we can get, no matter where the source is from, and to help validate our forecast for the traveling public.
Having really granular data on a real-time basis can save on deployments and on the use of chemicals, protecting both our budget and the environment.
The real value of IMO data, not just for winter maintenance, but for all weather applications, is the ability to get the real high-resolution weather observations in a very timely manner. So any state with any weather problems, and all of them have weather problems, could use IMO data to be able to fill in those gaps.
In Wyoming, we plan to use integrated mobile observations in 3 ways. We're going to pull the information and make it more actionable to the TMC. They'll be able to get that information out to the public. We'll allow commercial vehicles to get the information directly from our commercial vehicle operator portal, and then we'll allow our maintenance people to get better information such that they can make better maintenance treatment decisions.
There's a lot of potential for increasing the use of IMOs. The more information we can get into the Transportation Management Center, the better off we are. It'll allow us to have better information so we're able to give the traveling public more information so they can make smart travel decisions.
Currently, we're collecting all of the data through cellular-based and then also through the dedicated short-range communication, our Wi-Fi capabilities, and then through our fiber connections. What we're going to do is we're storing this data in what we call our Nevada Data Exchange. We're using a traffic management data dictionary, which makes it compliant with the auto industry standards and then also with the NTCIP 1204, the weather environment sensor stations. And then we're going to transmit this data, which we're sharing currently with a Federal Highways weather data environment and then also with Pike Alert.
Integrating mobile observations is just the beginning of new technology on vehicles, and it's going to change drastically over the coming years. All of these changes will definitely make improvements to the transportation system.
I think that the state DOTs, it's to their benefit to start acting on IMO because technology is advancing in vehicles now to the point where there's a lot of robust information that we can get off the vehicle. If we start looking at those technologies now and how it can impact the DOT in terms of applications and benefits across all of our departments, including operations, maintenance, construction. I think the state DOTs need to start moving ahead in terms of how they are going to embrace technology, and I think IMO is the first step in getting there.
One of the major challenges of implementing an IMO technology is being able to deal with this influx of new data that might be in a format that's not very usable to the DOT as it comes out of the vehicle. For example, the DOT doesn't need to know what the wiper status is. They need to know what the precipitation is or what the hazard is along the roadway or what they can expect in the next 6 or 12 hours for weather. So a real success of Pike Alert and working with the IMO observations is being able to take those observations and put them in a format that's actionable and can get through to the DOT operators, those working in the TMC, trying to get that out even to the traveling public.
IMO gives us a better opportunity to know about things on the roadway. It's just-in-time delivery is causing just-in-time needs, and we need to get this information to the public as soon as possible.
The beauty of implementing IMO is that it can be done in a very flexible manner. The states can take into consideration their geographic area and their data needs to decide what works best for them.
IMO technologies vary greatly from state to state. There is no one perfect solution for improving public safety in every area. To explore the possibilities and technologies currently available, visit the Federal Highway Administration's Weather Savvy Roads Toolkits